I wanna take a ride on your disco stick.
How's it going, my evil residents? I finally have another weapon ranking video for you today. This one took a while because there were lots of weapons to test. I haven't played this game in a hot minute, and I had to play through it twice to collect all the fucking weapons to get footage. So, yeah, please leave a like because this video took me a lot of effort to make. We're ranking them not based on flat damage, because if we did, this would be a boring video and very predictable. We're ranking them on overall utility. Obviously damage will play a big role because damage is always good, but sometimes weapons are used for very specific things that other weapons aren't good at, and sometimes they're just glorified key items. So yeah, we're gonna rank all of the Resident Evil 2 Remake weapons right now. Yeah, I won't waste any more of your time, so let's just get right into it.
Enemy is about to scan the area.
Coming in last place. Nobody saw this coming because nobody expected me to put this on the damn list, but I was sick of knives being in last place. So last place is the EMF Visualizer, which is Ada's secret weapon that she pulls out of her ass in her section of gameplay to destroy all the fans so she can go through and catch Annette Birkin. Before you say this isn't a weapon, Ada literally calls it a secret weapon.
It's secret weapon time.
So you're not arguing with me when you say it's not a weapon, you're arguing with Ada. You don't want to do that. You can't damage anything with this. Like I said, it's basically a glorified key item. So it goes to the bottom of the list. I don't think I have to explain any more than that. I want to know so bad where she keeps this. Where does she keep this thing? Where? Next on the list is the combat knife. Any of the combat knives you find throughout the entirety of the game, any and all of them, they go here. It's very useful in this game, especially as a defense item. It can save your ass. The only reason I don't have it higher is because you can't just use this in the game. You need to have some sort of other weapon to get you through. Honestly, if you could do more damage reliably with the knife on regular zombies, it might be a little higher, not gonna lie, because it being a defense item and the amount that you get in the game, it's very handy, and especially on your first few playthroughs, or if you're trying to conserve ammo. Just knocking down a zombie and then knifing the shit out of him while he's lying on the ground like in Resident Evil 3. Very handy tactic. It goes second to last still, but just due to its reliance on needing something else to finish the job. But yeah, still very useful in this game, more so than lots of other Resident Evil games.
No, if we're gonna die, then we should get to choose when it happens.
Coming in at number 26, we have Jill's Samurai Edge. By the way, I bought all of the $2 Samurai Edges that are on the store for this game to rank all of the weapons. I spent $6 to make this video, so please leave a like for the fact that I bought these worthless weapons. Anyway, Jill's Samurai Edge is not by far, because the other ones are coming up soon, but it is a significant downgrade from the other ones, just due to the fact that it clearly does less damage than the other two Samurai Edges that you can buy. The quicker zooming in of the crosshair isn't a huge deal because it's not a big difference from the other ones, and it doesn't do that much damage. It doesn't have that high of a crit chance. Its reload is the same as the other ones, so it goes at 26. It's not that great. At number 25, we have the MUP. This was also ranked low in Resident Evil 3 Remake, and that one had infinite ammo, so you can imagine how this one's doing in this game. It does seem to perform a little better in this game, but I do have it lower because, one, it's only in Hunks game mode, and two, when you do have it in Hunks game mode, you don't use it very much besides to stun a zombie and run past him, which is what you use most of the handguns for, but the other ones at least do more damage and could crit a little more often than this one does. Just due to the fact that it's pretty, not unusable, but just not super needed in the only game mode that it's in on this game, I ranked it pretty low.
This is from Matilda.
Next on the list, you hate to see it. I'm probably gonna get some hate for this. It's the Matilda. Yeah, the Matilda's at 24. The burst just wastes ammo. It doesn't do that much damage. It has the stopping power of a napkin. It's just not that great. The only reason it goes at 24 is because it has a giant magazine, and it looks cool, and it's your starting handgun, so it's just naturally going to be useful to you at the beginning of the game, because it's all you got. Yeah, very sorry if you are a big Matilda enjoyer.
That's right. This is the ultimate life form. Tyrant!
At number 23 and number 22, I guess, these two are pretty interchangeable. It's the two other samurai edges that you can buy, Chris's and Wesker's.
Chris? Stop it!
They do more damage than Jill's. They are the same samurai edge that you can unlock with infinite ammo, basically, but they do like slightly more damage, like maybe 1 or 2 shots will down. It's you don't need these, but they are objectively better than every other weapon I've listed so far, so they go at 22 and 23. I'd probably put Chris's at 22 just because from my testing it seemed to have more crits, whereas Wesker's just did more damage. Yeah, they go here.
Because you think you're cooler than me.
At number 21, big surprise, another handgun. It's the Broom HC. This is the handgun that Ada has. The reason it's higher than all the other ones, despite the fact that you use it on 3 zombies, is because the crit chance on this weapon is literally insane. Go replay Ada's section. If you're like me and you usually skip the zombies, you don't even shoot them, shoot them with this gun. The crit chance on this weapon is kind of insane. And it has good, decent stopping power as well. Like, it'll stun them and they'll go, whoa, way more reliably than the Matilda. So yeah, while it's only useful for like 10 minutes, in that 10 minutes, it's very underrated, I think. Just based on the fact that the zombies are very easy to run past, but if you're not good at that yet, this will get you through that section no problem. At number 20, we have the Infinite Combat Knife. This thing's awesome, okay? You don't have to go around picking up all the knives around the RPB. You don't have to worry about it breaking. You could just pick it back up if you use it on the zombie by just knocking the zombie down. You don't even really have to kill them. You can just knock them down, grab your knife, and leave. It's fantastic. If you're running the game on a high frame rate, like 60 frames or above, you can kill Birkin 1 with just the knife and like a grenade. That's all you need. You don't even need the grenade. You can stun lock him with just the knife and a couple of handgun shots. It's hilarious. I strongly recommend the Infinite Combat Knife, especially if you're doing higher difficulty runs, because it will not invalidate your S+. That is another big reason I really like this. It's going to be a huge time save for that, because it's going to save you time because you don't have to go hunt down knives, and especially in the beginning, you can just save your resources for later. It's a huge help. At number 19, we have the M19. It hurts my soul to rank another M1911 low, but this gun just frustrates me. Everything about it is just slightly frustrating. One, it takes the high caliber handgun ammo, which I understand because it's second run and it's the more powerful handgun, but oh my god. Two, Leon holds it so weird, and it gives it this weird fucking like left side recoil, and I hate it so much because it's different from every other gun, and I understand they did it to balance out the quick draw army. Otherwise this one would just be like an amazing pistol if it just had like normal recoil, but also it has a tiny magazine, so it was already balanced with the quick draw army, so you don't need to add this stupid recoil to the side thing. The quick draw army is so much better than this one, the one that Claire gets, the high caliber handgun. I never use this if I'm playing Leon B. It's just too annoying to use. I'd rather just waste all my gunpowder crafting normal handgun bullets, or use the infinite samurai edge. It's just so frustrating. I literally hate this gun in this game. It's so annoying, but it's not bad. It does a lot of damage, and it does reliable damage, and it crits pretty well. So that's why it goes higher than all these other guns. But if this was just a list of my favorite guns, this one's going at the fucking bottom. I hate this gun in this game. Oh my god. At number 18, we have the Sparkshot. The Sparkshot is very reliable for stunning stronger enemies. I don't recommend using it on normal zombies because it does not always one-hit them on standard and above. I repeat, it does not one-hit them. It just knocks them down. So be warned, if you stun them and then walk over them, they might grab you. That's the main reason this ranks so low, and also you get barely any ammo for this in the whole game, and it's hard to find when you do find it. The best thing that it's good for is the G adults, but you only get to use it on a singular G adult, which is stupid. That's what it's best for. It's good on the IVs as well, but yeah, it's just so disappointing. This gun would be so good if you just got it earlier. Like, come on, just. Ugh.
Oh, I hate the fucking place! I fucking hate it! It's full of dickheads! I fucking.
At number 17, we have the Infinite Samurai Edge. Great damage, great reload speed, great crosshair zoom, and it has infinite ammo. What more do you want? Plus, it's a Samurai Edge, so it looks gorgeous. Okay, it's just a really good handgun. The only reason it's not higher is because it's a handgun, and it inherently does not do that much damage. It does really good damage for a handgun, but still. Also, no, that's it actually.
Death machine on standby. Friendly death machine spinning up.
Next up, I might get some shit for this. It's the regular minigun. Not the infinite ammo minigun. The regular minigun. The reason I say that is because you only use this weapon in a boss fight, and it only exists for that boss fight to give you a dynamic for the boss. Does that make sense? It's more so like a set piece weapon than it is an actual usable weapon in the game. You don't really get to use it on many zombies. It has a fixed amount of ammo. That's why I ranked it kind of low, because it works as more of like a key item to take down the boss, much like an RPG would at the end of any other Resident Evil game. And that's kind of why I put it here. And it's good at what it does. It's just it's only used for that, and you can't use it anywhere else because you get it literally right before the final boss. So that's why it goes to number 16. At number 15, we have the Antitank Rocket for literally exactly the same reason, but it goes above it because you can save the rockets and use it on the next boss and skip 2 bosses, which is hilarious. You can also use it on this small crowd of zombies, but that is clearly scripted and what you're supposed to do. So, yeah, it goes above the minigun because it is useful for 2 bosses instead of 1, but it is still basically a scripted key item weapon.
This is a Flammenwerfer. It werfs Flammens.
At number 14, we have the Flamethrower, which is significantly more useful than the Sparkshot. 1, because it has much more ammo, not just on the ammo counter, but actual usable ammo, and you don't have to go hunt it down. And 2, it's really good on the IVs. It will actually kill the IVs. Most anything else you do to them is just going to knock them down and they will get back up later. This will actually kill them, which is incredibly helpful. It's also pretty good on normal zombies, where the Sparkshot is not. So that's why it goes above all of the other weapons, even though you get it pretty late. And then the regulator makes it even better, because it doubles your ammo count, basically, when you put the regulator on, if you didn't know. Because it makes it consume half as much fuel per, like, tick of it shooting. So, yeah, always get the regulator. It's really easy to get.
They prefer to hunt alone.
At number 13, we have Claire Rootin' and Tootin' Redfield's Revolver, the Quick Draw Army. This thing is badass. It is so satisfying to use. The only reason it's not any higher is because it takes the high caliber handgun bullets, and I think that's annoying, the 2 different handgun bullets. I understand why it's like that for difficulty, but I just think it's really annoying. I know it's like the enhanced handgun ammo from Resident Evil 7, but you could load any handgun with those, so they were more convenient. And this game is just a pain in the ass, so I don't like them. Like I said, I understand it. So yeah, it does a lot of damage. You can fire it incredibly fast. You can like nuke zombies with this thing. It's hilarious. It's really good for Birkin 1. If you're playing for Claire B, I would recommend using for that and saving your other ammo for later. But yeah, it goes to number 13. Very reliable, very good, very high damage. Takes big handgun bullets, so it's kind of stupid.
And to try this mail order laser scope.
Wherever the red dot goes, you bang.
At number 12, we have the JMB HP3. This thing. Oh my god, I love this thing. It comes with a laser sight, for one, which means you can just fire this as fast as you want. It's gonna go where you want it to go. And then you can get the extra big mag for it. It's incredible. It's the best handgun in this game. It's no contest. It does slightly less damage than the Quick Draw Army, but the giant magazine, the quick reload speed, the accuracy, it makes playing as Claire so much easier once you get it, and you get it so early. Like I love this thing so much. At number 11, we have the LE5. It's a reliable machine gun. I really like it. It has kind of an interesting recoil pattern because it feels accurate, but it's not that accurate. The minute a zombie is out of its range, you can feel how little damage it does per bullet, and you realize, oh, this thing eats ammo, or unless I'm like, they're literally right around me, this is not going to help me if I'm stuck in a corner. Where all the other weapons above this have much more variety of utility. This one, if they're more than like 10 feet away from you, just don't even bother. You're not going to hit them. It's a lost cause. Don't worry about it. While this is still really good, I just don't think it quite cracks the top 10 as far as usefulness goes.
Dude, why is it that when I flash somebody, it's like I just slapped them in the face with a...
At number 10, we have the flash grenade. Flash grenades are awesome in this game. One, because you can stun a whole room with flash grenades in this game. They have such a wide radius. Two, they're a defense item. And that defense item kills the zombie. Yes, if you use the stun grenade as a defense item, it will explode in their mouth and their head will explode, so they will die. And then it stuns the entire room as well. So, yeah. And it stuns Mr. X. You can stun pretty much anything with this. It's amazing. Like, it's one of the best flash grenades in Resident Evil. It's better than the one in Resident Evil 3 because you can't use it as a defense item. It's one of my favorites. Literally, it being a defense item is what gets it in the top 10. It's so handy. At number 9, we have the W870. This serves the same role that all shotguns serve in all Resident Evil games, except for like the jailbreaker and shoot an enemy in the head, they die. You wail on a boss with it. It's your go-to, it's all reliable, it's functional, it's awesome, it's very satisfying to use. It just, literally, the only reason it doesn't rank any higher is damage. Also, it's a 2-slot weapon. After a while, it takes up a lot of space. Between this and your shotgun shells, that's 3 slots already. So, yeah, it literally just isn't higher because damage. That's it.
Yo guys, Spider-Bot here. We got a Mob of the Dead weapons guide. This time we're looking at the Uzi.
At number 8, we have Claire's MQ-11. This thing, it might be an unpopular opinion, but I think it's better than the LE5, especially with the attachments. The attachments are what make it better than the LE5. Without attachments, this thing would be at like number 15, okay? But the attachments are what make this thing awesome. Please get the stock and please get the suppressor. Oh my goodness. Or not the stock, the magazine. This thing has laser accuracy, basically, once you put the attachments on it. It's incredible. You can just beam things from across rooms. And zombies aren't as aggressive when you fire it because of the suppressor. You don't make as much noise. It's, oh my goodness. It's so good. I feel like it gets very outshined by just the massive utility that is a grenade launcher, and we'll get to that later. But don't sleep on the MQ-11. Once you get all the parts for this thing, you can pretty much put your handgun away. You don't need it anymore. Well, kinda, but we'll get to that.
It tastes like some big brolic black dude named fucking Raquise
At number 7, we have hand grenades. Now, hand grenades are incredible for the same reason as flash grenades. They're a defense item, and when they go off, they will still kill zombies around them. They're also really good against bosses in this game because they stun the fuck out of them. I don't think I need to really explain more than that. It's pretty self-explanatory. Thing goes boom instead of thing goes flash, and that just makes it better.
Action rifle or shotgun.
I want a gun that'll force girls to go out with me.
Desert Eagle.
At number 6, we have the classic, the epic, the Lightning Hawk. And in this game, it's even better because you get a really cool laser sight for it, and you get a ridiculous long barrel that looks hilarious. Yeah, this thing's awesome, and it does a fuck ton of damage. I mean, there's not much more to say. It's the Magnum in the game for Leon, at least. And while it does kind of suck that it takes up 2 slots, you get a ton of ammo for it in this game, like way more than Resident Evil 3, and you can use it on a lot of stuff. I usually wait to use it in the lab section, but I understand if you want to use it before that on like the G-adults and stuff like that. Yeah, overall, just very useful weapon in this game. You can use it for a lot of stuff because of how much ammo you get, and you can craft more ammo, which is amazing. Next up, at number 4, I think this might be a little controversial, but it's the SLS-40, which is Claire's starting handgun, because once you get the speed loader for it, it's such a good handgun. It has a ton of stopping power, despite what it says in the description. And it reloads really quick, and it takes Magnum rounds. And this takes up 1 slot in your inventory. This is not a 2-slot weapon. This is a pistol, a reliable pistol, and a Magnum in 1 slot. The amount of inventory it saves you is incredible. For that reason alone, it gets really high spot, but then just how good of damage it does in both modes, how reliable it is, it's just a go-to. It's Claire's shotgun in this game. Like, Leon has his shotgun, that's his reliable weapon. This weapon is incredibly reliable. While the JMB may do more handgun damage and just be accurate in general, you're honestly good keeping this thing on you. You don't really need the JMB. While I really like it, and it is really good, you can just swap back to this once you get the reinforced frame, and you're good. Overall, just an incredibly solid weapon. Yes, I do like it better than the other Arrowhawk. I like it better than the SMG. I like it better than all those guns. It's so good. Number 3, we have the Infinite Minigun. This thing is, it's so close to being really good. The slow startup time is the only reason I don't like this weapon, because you really have to plan out what you're doing and know where zombies are going to be. Because if you enter a room, this thing won't save you. If there's a zombie right on the other side of the door, you're fucked. It's not going to do anything. The slow roll-up time of the chain, you're going to get bit, you're going to waste a defense item, one of those. It's not super ideal, but when you know where the zombies are, when you know what you're doing, this thing is just as good as the rocket launcher. It will stun lock the bosses and everything. It's incredible. I mean, it's a minigun and it's infinite. The only downside is that spin up time. But once you're used to it, once you know where the enemies are... At number 2 on this list, I'm honestly surprised this one got as high as it did, but after comparing all the weapons, I cannot deny the absolute utility of the grenade launcher. It's good against everything. It's good against regular zombies. It's good against the Ivies, the G-adults. It's good against the dogs. It's good against all the bosses. It's good against literally everything. And on top of that, you can craft ammo for it. That's literally insane. While it might take a minute to work on some enemies, at the very least, it will immediately stun them and eventually kill them. So not only do you get a free pass to go walk past them, if you backtrack to that area, you still don't have to worry about them. Yeah, the grenade launcher's fucking awesome. I mean, I think everyone knows this. And you get it so early on, it's like you barely need anything else. At number 1, we have the Infinite Rocket Launcher yet again, the ATM-4. As I've said with all the other lists, you shoot it, it dies. It puts the game in coughing baby mode. It's incredible. You see a boss, you shoot it, it's done. You didn't even interact with the boss. What boss was it? You don't know. You shot it as soon as the cutscene ended. You skipped the cutscene, in fact. As soon as you dropped in, you shot it and it died. What enemies? You didn't see any enemies. There's enemies in this game? Where are they? You don't know. Oh, liquor? Why walk? Shoot it with this. You're done. Just run through. Oh, Mr. X is blocking the way. Shoot him. He's done. It's... Why would an infinite rocket launcher that doesn't damage you not be a number 1? Come on. Come on. Even if it did damage you, it would be a number 1. Let's be honest. That is going to do it for the Resident Evil 2 weapon ranking. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for... We've cracked 800 subscribers as of when I'm recording this, which is absolutely insane. 2 weeks ago, I had 200 subscribers, so thank you so much for that. I really do appreciate it. Let's aim for 1,000. You know what? Fuck it. Let's try for 1,000. If you like the video, like the video. If you dislike the video, like the video anyway. Please subscribe. Send this to your friends. Tell them to subscribe. Tie them to a chair, and tell them to subscribe. And drain their bank account until they agree. Yeah. Stay evil, my residents.
Can't believe I actually miss her.